start making haste towards the faint sounds of death and suffering.
Just gonna heavy sigh.
Can you do your survival roll for me, Randy?
The best we had so far.
Fact.
I'm pretty sure the first one was the best one. They have steadily grown seconds apart. How's everybody doing? How's the work week?
I'm pretty tired. I had friends over last night. We played Magic until like 1. So drinking and card games was fun, but definitely feeling it. This morning I was smoking my giant big ass fucking cup of coffee. But I'm doing good, man.
Serious question though. We'll get to Dalton and my pitiful weeks here in a moment. Question. As I've gotten older, I have found out that I cannot drink and play any type of games unless it's bowling, where I progressively get worse. Yeah, like it's just like I don't know, like I get progressively, or because of my alcoholism, I can't.
Are you saying play like games as in video games or like
video games, board games, anything? I think because of my alcoholism, I just drink so much, it just becomes like I don't even know why we're playing anymore, not just drinking. Like so I tried playing Halo drunk so many times and it just wasn't no. But that's just me. Just really quick, Dalton, can you play games like drinking at all? Give me any type of alcohol.
I mean, I don't have
a limiter. I don't have a governor on mine.
I would say it would be like.
And can you play well?
Or that's what I was about to say. There's a line like when you start drinking and like you have like this nice steady buzz. I think in that case, then yeah, I can still play and play well. But then I think there's a point where I drink too much. Not saying I do, but when I did drink, I would drink too much, and then like I would start becoming bad. Like for instance, I don't know what the fuck it's called, beer pong. There was like this like solid buzz state where I'd be, I'm all right, cool, like I can do this, chilling, and then
5-game win streak.
Yeah. Cup too much of beer or whatever, and I'm like, man.
It just hits you like, yeah, where's my bed?
Yeah.
Dalton, how's your work week?
Well, today is my Monday. I worked Friday. I don't know.
I feel like you work every day.
I do. I
don't work every day. I do pick up a lot of shifts, not every day.
Choose to work every day.
Yeah, there was a minute I was just working non-stop.
Oh, my work week is generally just go to the store or whatever. But I did want to say a little story. I had a guy come in, and lately, because my shoulder I've been in pain for the past 3 weeks. My shoulder, I'm trying to get work done. I'm not even sure if I even pinched a nerve at this point. I might even have a small tear. I don't know.
No.
But I have to go through this competition first, which is morally weighing on my soul. But yeah. Let's talk about this. So our store's small, Bert. You've been in. You can see me when I walk in. There is no point in hell that you cannot. Oh, Dalton, you've been there also, obviously. There's no way that you can't not hear me say hello.
Mm-hmm.
It's impossible. Like, all right, maybe in the 1 billionth of a chance. I'm right there, windows open. You walk straight in.
You're not missing anything.
You're not missing shit. My store's small. There's not much to look at. So this dude comes in on Friday, and he walks in. I'm like, hello. And I'm just looking on my computer. Doesn't say anything. I'm like, I am already irked at that point. I am like, all right, let's see what the next reaction is. I'm like, hello. I'm like, hello. He looks behind himself. Looks back. Oh, me? And I'm like, we're talking like this guy doesn't know. Like I'm raging already. Like
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
like
yeah.
this ticker. I was already probably at a 6 before he walked in. The first reaction put me at like a 9. Now we're at like a 12. Like I'm like, all right, just let me know if you got any questions. I'm just looking around. I'm like, this guy is not here for anything. I could just tell the body language, everything was just, there was something off. Not like he was a threatening guy or whatever, but I'm like, you look like a guy that's not going to buy shit. And I might be the guy to tell you look like the guy that might not buy shit, but let's keep going. So he's bopping around for like a minute or two, seemed like forever. And then when I'm not talking to anybody and they're just in the store, it feels weird.
Sure.
Because it's small. Like I'd rather engage with you. So anyway, he comes over and says, oh, so is this all you guys sell? And I'm like, no, we can order about anything. When you need, it's kind of going to like I'm not like being hostile at this point. You kind of tell like I was annoyed in my tone from his stupid reaction to me. But I whatever. So then he goes, he's like, hey, can you guys order like preacher curls? I'm like, yeah. Like, I mean, depending on what, preacher curls is a bench you sit on and you just do preacher curls, dumbbell stuff. So he was like, could you order a stand-up one? I'm like, bro, that's like so specific. I don't even know what there would be. I don't even know what most people get sitting one. So I started going into it, and then he started like I was picking up on these cues. He goes like, "Whoa, dude, like this and this." I'm like, dude, you're the first person to ask for one, and I've been doing this for 7 years. Okay, like I have no idea. You're not gonna find one in the store. You're not gonna find one brand new anywhere. I'm not even sure if they market these anymore. And let alone, and then here's where I knew, like, this guy, because there was a point where I said something and he went on the offensive to try to prove me wrong, but in his proving me wrong, just opened himself up for this whole entire mess where he like this. You open the door for Randall to come out.
Yeah.
So he was like, I'm like, you're not going to find one anywhere. So he said, oh, actually, the picture I showed you, this is a gym that's closing. And I'm going to, and I'm like, oh, so you're here fucking with my livelihood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I told him, like, so before that, I'm like, you look like a guy. I'm like, if I had one for here, $500, would you buy it? Would you buy it? And he was like, well, I'm like, your hesitation told me you're not going to buy it. You like the idea of buying it. If it was here for 300, would you buy it? And he was like, well, I'm going to go to this place and haggle. I'm like, so you came in here to show me a picture and waste my time and like, you're not even going to buy anything. Well, I just want to see the price. I'm like, go online. And this is like literally what I did. I sat back in my chair. I put my headset on and I started playing PUBG in front of him. And he was so shocked. He was so shocked that I did this. Yeah. He was just like, because I called him out on his bullshit, dude. If you were just honest with me and you wanted to, like, hey, I just need to know what this price. I'm gonna go hack. I'm like, bro, I will bend over backwards. I want you.
Yeah.
I love the idea of a person getting a deal. And I love the idea of me helping a person get a deal.
Yeah.
But the fact you're lying to me, the fact that you stroked me from little insight of like, or some little spark of interest, like he might buy something. That pissed me off. Oh, dude. Like, who does that? Like, why the fuck do you do that? Like, what person goes in there to try to bullshit for, like, just, you're not lying because I'm not asking you a question that merits a lie, but you're not telling me the truth. Therefore, you're making me work. And when I find out the truth of what the real goal is, now you piss me off. And when you could have just told me in the beginning, hey, I found this used piece. I want to go see if I get a deal. Do you have any insight? I would have like, dude, I'll go online with you. Like, I've done that so many times. This is the first time I've actually like reacted like that.
That doesn't make sense. Like, why not just come in and lead with that, like you said, this whole thing, instead of just coming in like browsing around for something that that
you're never gonna buy,
not there, and then acting like
I have thoughts, but I'll wait.
Yes, that was all my thoughts. People suck and I don't like them. That's my thought.
I think my take on this is there are certain people, like a good example is driving, right? Randy and I have talked about this before, where it's like, I view my car as utilitarian, right? Like, what does it need to do? Where does it just needs to get me from point A to point B. So I don't care about any of the other like flourishes to it because it just needs to get me from point A to point B, right? The idea of just like, hey, I'm just gonna get in my car and drive is just a foreign concept to me, right? Like I don't get it, right? Because why would you just drive if you're not going somewhere? I say that there's a transition here, right? Because there's certain people who just like, hey, I just want to drive, right? Similar to with Randy talking about going to the store, right? Like there's a certain idea about like, yeah, I like to go to the store and pick out these things because there's an experience to it of that, right? The first one, understood, not me, but understood. I think there's a version of people who like for this guy where, yeah, part of it is, I just want this information. I'm not actually going to buy anything, but I want to like justify that I'm here. So I'm going to like talk about, I'll think about this later.
That's the word, justify. That's good. Yeah.
I think part of it too is there's certain people. How can I ask how old is this person? Was this person?
Mid-40s.
Yeah. So I think there's a certain. I don't think it's just age, but I think there's certain people where that interaction is like the most interaction. Like they don't have friends. They don't have people that they like regularly talk to.
I hate to hear that too. Like it becomes sad.
Yeah, but like to them, it's like part of like the experience is like not actually like whether it's conscious or subconsciously, they just want to talk to people. It's like when you go to the store and like you'll talk like when I worked at Best Buy, right? Or you worked at a retail and someone comes in and you're like, hey man, like what do you need? You love the people that are just like, I want this, I want to go. There's the people who just like sit there and like talk to you and you're like, hey, I mean, I know that I'm on the clock, but like I have other things I need to go do. And I think there's people who just think, well, this person can't go anywhere. It's their job to be here. So I'm gonna go talk to them because like where are they gonna go? And it's like in most cases, in most cases, like that holds true because like their job is there and they don't really care. They're held hostage, yeah. But in your case, you're like, you don't need to worry about that because you're the boss, right? So like for you, it's just like get the fuck out of here. And I think that like doesn't compute. So sorry, the TLDR of all this is I think some people go to these situations not planning on buying anything, but either consciously or subconsciously they go just to have a human interaction with somebody because they aren't getting that anywhere else. So for them it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Home Depot and talk to this person for 40 minutes about whatever. And if you're a Home Depot employee, you're like, well, I could be like justifying my time here while I'm helping a customer, because like why would you care? Like if I was at Best Buy and somebody was talking to me, in my head I'm like, well, I have other things I need to do, but fuck it, whatever, I'm getting paid. I don't own Best Buy, so I'm just gonna sit here and I'm
helping this customer.
Yeah. Does it all make sense? Is that in a rambly way?
Right? So at my last job, and I'm gonna revert back to him as that I was an employee, not like a business owner. As an employee, like I could pick up on these cues, and obviously I've been doing sales for over 10 years. And I just pick up on cues, you understand, but at the time I'm an hourly employee. And sometimes like, maybe I actually have some shit to do. I got to end this convo. And there was an easy way for me to get out of every long conversation. Hey, I got to respond to these emails. I got to get back. And I could literally just go back and start watching YouTube. They don't need to know that. Yeah. But that's an easy out. And I get paid by the hour back then, plus commission. So I was like, I want to stress this conversation as long as I have to, or because I'm bored. On the flip side, and the owner would always get mad. He said, you talk too long, Randy. As the flip side, now it's like, dude, if you're not buying shit, your conversation isn't going anywhere, let alone you already found out you're just using me like a piece of meat.
Yeah.
Fuck you. So like I 100% get it. And there were people that, you're right, they just want that social interaction and their interaction is only here. Like I've had it at the store a few times. Doesn't really bother me. I kind of already understand where it's going. Maybe you're just stopping by, but like, the interaction is nice to have when it's slow, but when you're just blatantly being like when I have to find out the truth halfway into this weird ass conversation, like it's just it's not going to end well for you.
Yeah. Time equals money. Even if you were going to go, even if what you did was end that conversation and go play PUBG, right? Like
my guy already dropped. My guy was like already in the air. Like I was on a squat. I had to like, dude, here's the crazy part. So when I got so when you're on the plane, right, and you don't drop, it takes you to the end. My team was like all the way out the opposite end of the map. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'll just loot like three items, get a vehicle, and just dip.
Go
so like
there,
half the game was me driving over there.
Well,
Yeah.
and then
Which
what
was
happens
entertaining.
if
I don't mind it. Like,
Yeah.
what happens if you're conversing with this feller and then someone else calls you and you missed the call and that was a potential money sale?
Yeah.
I would never miss a call. I would never miss a call. The person's already there. They're already mentally held hostage. So I would never miss a call. Like that was one thing I was taught my last job. It's like you answer that fucking phone. Like you answer, like you never let it get to voicemail because those phone calls are paid. Like if it's a customer that's calling, it's a paid phone call. Where I mean by that, call that has set up advertisement on Google or our advertising is working, so or we get clicks. So once they click on it, that could be like a 25-cent phone call. That could turn to something else, but it's like every phone call is technically paid. So if you're in the store and you're about to drop 10 grand, you're gonna stay for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'll never miss a phone call. Never. If you're in sales and you're missing phone calls, you're terrible. Unless you're in the bathroom. And even then, you got to bring the phone in with you.
Can
I've answered calls and put them on. I put them on hold. I could be mid shit. Hey, can you hold, please? Thanks. Put on mute for a few minutes, dude. For real, and you got to make sure it's on mute.
And what if you don't actually put them on hold and you just let everyone?
Oh, you just fucking hang up. Fucking. We'll call back. Dude, we got disconnected. Yeah, I heard something in the background. It's weird.
Oh wow,
that is weird.
Slight
weapons leak.
I've hung up on people before in my last job, and they call back. I think we got disconnected. I'm like, oh god, you didn't get the cue.
Totally got disconnected.
All right, I mean, enough of that. What do you guys got? Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Where you at?
We did not watch the last one yet.
That's okay.
Yeah, so there's still a lot there.
There's plenty.
We watched the first 5.
Thoughts?
So, I liked it. It was really good.
And what kind of TV do you have?
I don't know. One that plays
4K.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Oh God, something.
Yeah.
Understand your television.
Yeah.
It's like a basic 4K, but it's amazing to watch.
Side discussion. When we bought this TV, we bought it from Walmart. I don't know, 3-4 years ago. Black Friday, like after Black Friday sale. And so it's a 65-inch Vizio, and they were on sale for like $400.
Deal. Fucking deal.
So I grabbed one for us, and then I grabbed one for my parents.
You're generous.
And we had these 2 giant ass TVs in like a cart, and they literally just unwrapped it from the
cellophane
pallet.
From the pallet, yeah. So like they were going fast. So we grabbed 2 of them, and
that's a good deal, bro. I'm jelly.
Oh yeah.
Even if I didn't have the money, I would have bought one just based on principle.
Yeah. So we were wheeling them to the checkout or whatever, and some dude walks by us, and I can't exactly remember what he said, but he's like, "Oh, you're gonna try to sell those or something?" Just something snarky and annoying. I'm like, "No."
Yeah, I got a deal for you right here.
Yeah. Mind your own, buddy. Mind your own. But yeah. Anyways, Lord of the Rings.
Keep your comments to yourself.
Yeah.
God, I hate people sometimes.
I really hate people.
It was pretty cool how Galadriel, I can't talk.
Galadriel, yeah.
Galadriel.
Commando.
How it all like came to play and shit like that. I was like, how is she gonna get back? Is she just gonna swim the entire time?
I personally am like, she's gotta swim like I guess like 80 miles. Like,
yeah.
I mean, if Beowulf can do it, she can do it. I mean, elves they're stronger than humans.
So is that one guy? That's Gandalf, right? Gandalf before he's Gandalf. I
don't think we know yet. He's just called the Stranger.
But if you think about it, Gandalf was, what do they call him? A Maya, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
For like 9,000 years or some shit before Middle Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm convinced it's Gandalf.
I'd like to think he would be Sauron, but Bert quite 99% me out of that.
So we thought that too at first, but
well, I mean, because So
But then they already mentioned they've already started mentioning Sauron.
So what I'm understanding, but there is a lot of unraveling that they're doing extremely well in this fucking show. Like they're like what I thought was something is not, where I thought it was going, it isn't, and what I want to happen will not. So I read a theory that Halbrand could be Sauron.
Sure.
And I was kind of like, possibility, there's mention he did take that thing off a dead body, or at least that's what he said. I also think back to Fellowship of the Ring. Sauron did deceive everybody. He deceived everybody. He gave the Dwarf Lords rings, the men rings, and he gave whatever. Men aren't just going to trust. If you gave, 7 or 9 rings to the kings of men, men aren't just going to trust a fucking elf for a ring. Men aren't just going to trust a dwarf. They're going to trust men because men are the worst, obviously. So I was thinking about that. I'm like, all right, men. All right, a man could be Sauron. I don't think Adar is Sauron. Adar is Sauron at this point.
Yeah.
I feel like he's just a general or a guy that hates Sauron.
Did you see the most recent? You saw the most recent.
Of course, I saw the most recent. I watched it on Thursday, fall asleep through it, and then I rewatched it on Friday.
Do you think? Sorry, do you think Theo becomes somebody? I don't think he's Sauron, but I think
yes.
I thought maybe he becomes one of those like not Witch Kings, but the
Ring Wraiths.
Yeah.
The Nazgul.
I think Theo becomes something. I think he's going to have a significant role. I believe he'll die before the Fellowship. I believe like most of these people die obviously before the Fellowship because of the time. But
if you're a Ring Wraith,
well, I mean, I can be locked up and break out.
There's a big thing in the most recent episode that I want to talk about.
I know you
but
do.
I can't, so I won't.
I can't.
But
you can't.
The one thing that I do really
no.
The ending of the last episode is just like
makes sense.
But so my thing is I really like the thing that I find interesting is how do I want to phrase this? I love quote unquote villains who have a good villain is somebody who has like a goal or motivation that you can like relate to. They've just taken it to an extreme, right? So in Lord of the Rings, Sauron is just like evil, right? Because he's the bad eye, right?
I can relate to that.
Yeah. So a good villain is, yeah. So with this Ada character or Abba character, right? There's a moment in the most recent episodes, I won't go into it, but he like gives this like speech and he like walks it through and you're just like, I'm actually kind of rooting for this guy. And there's just that to me is what the show
is. The speech,
the father orc guy,
the Lord Father,
got it.
Right? The elf dude, but not an elf.
The Uruk.
My to me that was refreshing because in Lord of the Rings normally it's been, and I think to Tolkien's point and credit, it's very black and white, very good versus evil, right? And in this case, it's the first time I've seen a quote unquote villain in Lord of the Rings where I'm like, oh wow, I kind of get what you're doing and I respect it, right? Or I can see why you've had this train of thought, right? It's not just some like I'm a dark evil thing. So to me that breathed some interesting life into the universe that normally it's like
good versus dark.
Orcs are just bad.
Captain America versus something.
Red Skull. Like Red Skull is just like, all right, you're just bad. I don't. But versus, right? So that's a really good example. Red Skull is just like, you're bad. You literally are a Red Skull.
You're just a Hitler guy. Like,
yeah,
you're the worst.
Versus Baron Zemo, who does Civil War, where it's like his whole thing is like, they're breaking the Avengers apart, and like you start to get to where like, all right, I can kind of see why you're doing all this, right?
Civil War was good.
Yeah. So to me, that's I always like villains with that level of complexity. Right?
Remember, to the villain. The good guy. They're just doing. Yeah. In their eyes, they're the good guy. Remember that.
Yeah, a villain is the hero of their own story. In their mind, they are the hero, right? Or a good villain thinks that way, right? So
Man,
I really like how they did Casa Doom.
yeah,
so
That was
the
pretty.
dwarves are so sick in the
pretty
series.
awesome.
like they don't look. I don't want to say stupid, but their hands aren't overly big. Their feet aren't like bigger than hobbits, like they were in the Hobbit. Like they just look like a dwarf.
Yeah,
I like how they gave I like how they I don't want to say a spotlight, but I mean they gave them more shining than Lord of the Rings did. Because I mean you didn't really, correct me if I'm wrong, but you didn't really like hear a whole lot about the whole dwarf story or see a whole lot of them.
yeah.
I think they tried to do that. They tried to do that with the Hobbit, but the Hobbit just ended up just
extremely, no pun intended.
not. Yeah, but dude, that first scene with Durin and the endurance of strength, I love that scene. And he's like, and if the elves should win, like I'll laugh my ass off when I see that. You get it. Ooh. Fuck, dude, I love Durin and Elrond. I know I've said it numerous times, but their odd friendship is like, it's great. I love seeing that shit. I'm very curious about Durin's father because I don't know the actor. I'm not trying to look them up to see, but his voice is so raspy. It sounds very, very, very familiar.
Yeah.
And I like the fact, once again, you come in, one hello to Disa, and then you're off. Like he's like, he wants to see Elrond. Like, they're like best friends, but it's like, I was like, I can't stay mad at you, but I will be mad at you.
Yeah.
God, such a good show.
Such a good show.
Like, all right, well, what do you guys? What's your guys' thoughts on Numenor? The build, the city.
On what?
Numenor, the real Numenor.
The human island nation.
Yeah. It has a well, not Winterfell. What the fuck is it called?
King's Landing.
Yeah, it has a King's Landing feel.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it. I didn't have anything against it.
All right, really quick. I wanted to wait. All right, Dalton, your beard is more like Pharazon's beard in Lord Rings of Power.
My beard right now is just.
But no, it's more like Pharazon's because Pharazon's is white on the outside and it's dark on the inside. Dude, you're already rocking like a Lord of the Rings kid.
They rocking my beard.
This is also true.
I've had this first.
This is also true. But I'm like, dude, that's where that beard's from. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm just glad we're talking about this.
Finally.
The beard or Lord of the Rings?
Both. Because I thought about the beard like 2 weeks ago, but Dalton hadn't watched it yet, so I didn't want to say anything. Like it'll go over his head.
Oh, you don't want to know who plays Durin's father?
No, I don't, because I'm still trying to guess it.
I'd like to know.
I haven't seen him much.
He's not.
The voice is so familiar, and all right. Before you say anything, is he in Children of Men?
I don't know what that is.
You've never seen Children of Men?
It's a really good movie, actually. It's very emotional.
I would highly recommend it.
The only reason I'm asking if is he Sid in Children of Men? That's the only person I could think of that would be Durin, or not Durin's dad at this point. He's got the height.
Yes.
Yes, I fucking knew it. That's where I'm at in this game. I knew it. No, I didn't know it, but I had the fucking really good guess. Fuck. What's his name?
Mullen.
I can't believe that shit.
I was about to say. The only thing I've seen him on, I'm gonna look at Children of Men. That looks really good.
It's a solid movie. It's a solid movie.
Fuck, what's it called?
Sad.
It's on Netflix. The drug dealer show.
Narcos?
No. With what's his face? God, fuck.
There's a lot of drug dealing shows. It'll come to you. Oh, that's awesome. One thing about Rings of Power, I would obviously, with the exception of Durin's dad, I don't recognize any of these actors at all.
I recognize Elrond as young Ned Stark.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Elrond, it's so in the
You're
flashback
right.
scenes.
You're
Yeah.
totally right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it ends today, right? Or whatever he says.
Yeah.
I kind of like it though, because
Yeah.
now
it's
with the new
refreshing.
Star Wars, you're seeing like all of these actors that played everything else that want to be a
Be in
part of
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars.
Or no, what they're trying to do, they're
And I
trying to
like it.
hold on. Like I'm still hip. I'm still cool.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I know what I said last time, but I am not thrilled to see Charlize Theron in a fucking Marvel movie. Like,
Like,
that's what it's like.
What? All right, hold on. Let's back it
Yes.
up here.
Yes.
Why?
Because
Out of all the people you could have chosen, and I would have agreed with you.
Because it's just why? What do I need her for? She didn't. Last thing I seen her do was some shitty. I didn't even watch it because it was so terrible. It was some horrible Netflix movie.
Which one? Because I really liked the Old Guard.
No, that was so dumb.
What?
But yeah, dude. Like
The one where they were like
the
old?
acting was terrible.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
All right. I gave it 5 minutes, and I'll tell you where I turned. It was when she was like, she was trying to be a hard ass, and she was walking. She's like, oh, if it was something along the lines like, if there's children involved, we're gonna get involved. There's children involved, we're getting involved. And I was like, I'm done. I clicked it. I'm like, I can't do it. Basically,
okay. All right. Well then, sorry. Back to your
Ozark. He's in Ozark.
Who?
Peter Mullen. Have you seen Ozark? Sorry, I know I interrupted.
No. I'm trying to. Who the fuck is he in Ozark?
So you remember the crazy old lady? They own the poppy farm.
Dude, that's him.
Yeah, that was the
father. Fuck, he gained weight. Holy shit!
That was the husband.
I wondered why I liked this character and why he talked. No, for real. But dude, he gained weight. That's why I didn't recognize him. He because in Children of Men he was leaner.
Yeah.
And then
Ozark, he wasn't that he was on the small.
No, he wasn't. But like, just I'm saying, he had a belly in Ozark, so it's like I would have never get. I can't believe, man. Now you're stumping me. You're stumping me. That's good. Yeah. But Rings of Power. Who's your favorite character?
So far, I'm liking Arendir.
I like Arendir. He's my favorite.
For some reason, like I think of your character on here whenever I see him.
Hey, what do you think of the Harfoots?
I like him. I have to rewatch it because I was like watching it, but also distracted because I was building my Lord of the Rings deck.
Yeah, like the Harfoots, they're all right. They're obviously, we're just used to hobbits. Obviously, their mannerisms and everything are like hobbits, or they're just another race of hobbit.
Well, and that's why I think that dude's Gandalf, because they're building all of this this story with them. So I'm like,
I'm wondering if what's gonna happen is if the stranger, who presumably is Gandalf, he helps them build Hobbiton. Because they're migrating all the time, and he's like, I have a feeling he's gonna say, why not just stay in one spot? Because he's talking. He starts. Yeah, that's right. He starts talking in episode 4. So I have a feeling he's gonna help build Hobbiton, and I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, because fuck, the migrating just episode 4, the migrating seemed like a bitch,
right? Yeah,
like dude, like a whole song. He traveled like half of Middle Earth.
Another thing I said this because that when Gandalf was Maya or Maya, they're of the stars, and so the stranger's like doing all these things with the constellation and stars and stuff. So that's another reason why I think.
Right on. Damn.
Gandalf.
Okay, that's cool. I really enjoyed that fight scene in episode 3 with the elves when they were trying to escape.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought it was cool because they used the chain to smack the orc in the face, and then he did it again, smack him. I'm like, obviously, I feel like you have to be very strong to whip a chain like that to smack someone. Like the distance, and let alone the guy got back up after it.
Well, I mean, think about it, it's like one of those like rope things.
Yeah,
you know?
dude,
I
it's
mean,
fucking-
those things are heavy, and then just
Yeah.
imagine a
like a
chain
chain
being the same.
and
but
the
even
dude.
heavier.
All right, so we all watched episode 3. What's up that warg? That thing,
the gnarly one.
that thing was mean. It was fucking shit up. And let's just talk about the blood. There's a lot of blood. You don't when you see episode the latest episode, wow, like
It like started. There's a point in which it was starting to get a little bit like horror film gory, like
Yeah.
close-ups on like some violent stuff. I was like, dang, like this
yeah,
is
it was
gnarly.
like I was not expecting
Nice.
that.
Yeah.
But then when you see the war basically bite that woman in half, like
Yeah.
Because Lord of the Rings, I don't think have any blood, does it?
it's got
Very,
orc blood. It's
very
easier
little.
to have orc blood than it is to
Yeah.
have real blood.
Yeah, black orc blood.
Doesn't have no like Braveheart style.
Orc blood. Corn syrup is expensive. They couldn't find it in their $500 million budget.
Yeah.
Have you watched Andor yet?
I have not.
Dude, it's good.
It's so fucking
I
good.
retract my last statement, or last episode where I said it was all right. I think
You said it was all right. I misread that and thought it was. I thought you said it was amazing.
No,
It's
because I just
amazing.
said it and I'm retracting my. I re-like it. I'm gonna start rewatching it just.
Dude,
'cause-
I've already rewatched every episode like 5 times.
What?
Well, it's background noise, but also I'm looking for detail.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for detail at these points. So, but the last episode, I mean, episode 3, like, is really good. Like, you just see this whole imperial side, like this,
Mhm.
and this is where me and a lady started arguing. I'm like, dude, look at this. Like, the rebellion, the rebels are terrorists, and it's just like,
To me, it has a
that's
good-
politics. I don't want to.
They're freedom fighters.
Oh, you know what she said to that? She's like, all right, so I'm like, look, they've been in this regime where they've been in this rule for like 30 years. Why change it? She's like, so everybody in North Korea should be happy then? I was like, oh God, here we go. I just laughed when she said that. I'm like, okay, so we're talking about a fictional show and you're literally gonna bring up real world politics. All I did was laugh. And then we argued a bit and I just stopped talking.
So
It's
do
the
you
smarter
guys
thing to do, by
think
the way.
the rebellion is like more like terrorists?
You're watching the same show I am, right?
No. But I'm just saying, like you, like Bert said, like I'm just curious if that's like your
All right,
overall
Bert
opinion,
brought this up like
aside from the Andor show.
Bert brought months ago. He said something about Rebellion months ago, and I was at the time I was watching either the Bad Batch or going back through Clone Wars. I'm like, man, they're kind of ruthless and they're kind of like, I get certain things, but it just resonated really well that they're like a terrorist. I was like, oh my God, he's right. They are.
See, I
they
never
meet in
thought.
caves
I never
and plot and
that,
plan.
had that
and
impression.
I mean, in Star Wars, everything is hunky dory.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm liking watching all these like the
Solo.
Clone Wars and stuff. I was talking with my dad yesterday. I was like, there's so much in the Clone Wars that explains a bunch of stuff.
It is.
Like I told him, I was like, I'm really excited for the Ahsoka show.
Really?
You know, because we started talking. I was like, her and Anakin had a really close relationship.
They did.
He's like, they did. And I'm like, yeah, you gotta watch Clone Wars.
You gotta watch Clone Wars. Clone Wars.
Do you think your dad could sit through an animated show? Okay.
You don't even have to finish that.
On
Not that.
on that note,
long.
He'll just hear from it from you.
Yeah. Well, real quick, I do on Andor. I do like, to me at least, it has that feel of Star Wars. You know, like some shows just
Feels
it
like
just
Rogue One.
feels like it's forced.
Yeah.
And it has all these like spaceships and stuff.
Oh,
Andor to me has that feel.
Yes,
Naturally.
100%. I wanted to text this, but there was too much. I'd rather wait, save for this. You're gonna take the producers of Boba Fett. You're gonna take the producers of Andor. Yo, Boba Fett's a big name, bro. We need the biggest budget ever. Let's get it done. Let's rock and roll. Let's get some stupid teeny boppers with light bikes and shit in there. Let's go. Let's do this. We need more animation. We need a Rancor. I need a $50 million budget to do this. Producers of Andor. We're just gonna make a good show. We'll take 5 mil.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Quality of show, quality of writing, quality of directing, quality. Like, it doesn't look like a prop set.
No,
like Boba Fett. Like,
I think
oh,
I'm
God,
curious
Bert,
to
you
know
watch this.
when Andor, because I think Andor started production sooner
Yes.
or earlier, a while ago. So I think Boba Fett was like under the constraints of like COVID. So they're literally like they're in a sound stage. That's why it looks like it's on a sound stage, right? But to me, it's like, yeah, I'm curious because everyone keeps talking about the story and they're like, it's just a really interesting. It's actually good writing and a good story, so that's why I'm intrigued about it. So I just need to find time.
I don't know, I'm just gonna go out there and say it. Bro, Dalton, I'm attracted to that fucking Imperial lady. Like the really military like lady who's just trying to like work her way up the ladder. I don't know what it is about her, but damn.
which one?
Like she's I don't want to say I don't want to give away anything.
Here.
Yeah. She's the one who is ultimately gonna find out the rebellion. Who's already has like these she's seeing breadcrumbs and she has this inkling that the rebellion is gonna start.
Got it.
Yeah, there, the voice.
Mon?
Thank you, sir. All right, you're good.
All right, that's my copy. Can you go somewhere, please? Thank you.
That was funny. Had to actually don't have to do an accent.
Wow. All right. Well, now I'm gonna watch the show just so I can be in on this.
Oh God!
I always try to do accents.
And that. All right, the last thing we'll move on from Andor, dude. That fucking
that give him another
boyfriend or whatever. That guy was annoying.
See that now.
I know, right?
Yeah. Hey, what do we got? What's else on the agenda? What's else on the topic list?
Bert, you gotta watch Andor.
All right, I'll watch it. I will watch it by next time.
You won't be disappointed. I hope.
Not at all.
I am overwhelmed that there's actually good stuff to watch.
So I wish I had that problem.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones.
Is the Game of Thrones good?
Oh, let's talk about that. Let's just segue.
I am enjoying it.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that excited about it.
It's a weird show because it's like a slow burn in the beginning. Like in the very beginning, you're kind of like, what am I watching? It feels like here's how I'm gonna relate it. It feels politics has always been a part of Game of Thrones, right? That's kind of like the appeal of it.
Yes.
However, the first couple episodes feels like George Lucas prequel politics at some point where you're like, wait, what the fuck is going on here? Like, what? And it's like you trying to figure out like the state of it, and you're just like, I don't know if all this really makes sense. But then after a while, you start to realize what it's about, and it's more like character driven, and it just takes you a while to understand who the characters are and why you care or don't care about them. It's at the point now where I'm really enjoying it, and it's just fun to be back in that space, that universe again. And
does it feel forced? Because that's my fear. It's like Game of Thrones became so popular, and they were so worried about doing a spinoff that I'm afraid it's gonna be like Boba Fett and all that stuff. Like they're just trying to force content now and make money.
Well,
if that makes sense,
you have to make money first. Money is
right,
driven.
but I mean,
and I think the reason why they waited, is because season 7 was such a disaster that they were not going to capture any type of hype after the disaster, so they had to wait like 4 years. When was it, like 2017?
No. The finale was during like. Oh no, it was like 2019, 2020.
Yeah, so they
2019.
They didn't wait that long.
But so to answer your question, Dalton, for me, and then I'll throw it over to Dalton or to Randy, is there are some times where things feel a little forced. There's definitely sometimes where they're like, "Oh, hey, remember this?" And you're like,
Mhm.
"I don't care about that." And they just kind of glance. So there are those moments where they come in. It's a bit eye rolly because you're like, "I get it. Yeah, the Starks exist in here," but then they like never reference them again. So it's
Like, hey, don't
kind of
forget.
yeah. There's moments, but I think overall, because it's just about different people, it for the most part it's pretty good. There are a few moments where the thing I don't
As long as it's watchable.
I think it's watchable.
It's definitely watchable.
It's definitely watchable. I will say that the first couple of episodes, it's just like it's fun to be back in that space, but it's also really slow, which is okay because that's what I liked about old Game of Thrones was like
Yeah,
slow scenes.
I was about to say, I'm trying to like remind myself that you, or at least me, enjoyed Game of Thrones at the beginning being so slow and character building.
Yeah.
Because I know for myself, like I find sometimes I'm like, if a show is slow, I'm kind of thinking, okay, get to the action. And I gotta remind myself that's not always the best. And sometimes it's okay to be slow and just build up the story and the character.
See, that's why Expanse makes you humble.
I know, coming back,
For real.
rewatching The Expanse, I was like, dude, I knocked the first season so hard.
I
But now
know.
that I
Me
watched
too.
it
Me
again
too.
and pay attention, I'm like, this actually had a lot of key stuff.
Like
in the
30% of
first
the
season.
Expanse is action, the other 70% is politics.
Yeah.
But back to I guess my take on House of Dragon is I really enjoyed everything up until like the last episode. Like I was like really enjoying it. I was like, because I'm getting to know the characters, like the things that were brewing were just like so up until not last week, but the week before, you're like, man, shit's hitting the ceiling. You're like, cool. And then they jump. And I already knew they jumped before I even watched it because the fucking the thing before you press play. Yeah. It was like, okay, well, there's a red-haired girl that looks like she's in her 30s, and then there's a white-headed girl that looks like she's in her 30s. Allison's acting was terrible. It was extremely cliche for Rhaenyra to be getting banged out and pumping out kids by her fucking first commander. That was extremely cliche. I thought there was no point to that. I'm like, maybe one, but I mean, even I feel like the Sir Leanne or whatever his name is, he could have at least got in there one time. I know that he's gay, but he could at least have one kid. Like, fuck. So I thought that was poor writing on my part. Like personally, I thought that was just poor writing. And I feel like what was it? They're already overusing the word Jakaris.
Yeah.
Like that was like I thought that it held a lot of
impact.
A lot of impact because oh my god, I can't believe I forgot her name. Whatever.
Daenerys?
Yeah, Daenerys Targaryen. She only said it like maybe once every 3 episodes. The final season where the writers are like, let's just there's a button.
The most impactful whenever she was
let's just press the button. Cars. But, and I thought the really biggest dragon was really cool, but I thought it was extremely dumb. Like she was pregnant and all of a sudden she walked like half a mile in 5 minutes. Kill me. Like, all right. That's how I view
it. Reminded me of Lord of the Rings with Denethor, especially if you watch the extended scene. Like, they're in like the mausoleum that's like way the fuck over here. And then he gets on fire and just like apparently runs all the way out.
I don't know. Yeah. Like,
fuck off.
Like, I guess I'm being more harsh on the show because I was really liking the younger characters.
Yeah, me too.
Like because you read some articles, you see like whatever, they don't know how to they don't really know what they're kind of overwhelmed just from reading them. Like, okay, but you guys are doing a good job. For them to just switch it on me like that, it was just I did not like it. So yes, I have lost some interest. That's just going to be truthful.
Sure.
I will still watch. If you go back and text, I have lost interest, but I didn't lose complete interest. You probably have to build that back up again. That's
Yeah.
what it is. I feel like I'm starting back at episode 2, and they're just gonna build my interest back up.
Yeah. The problem is, I heard there's one more time jump. So the next episode is gonna kind of continue some of the stuff from the last one, and they're gonna just time jump again. And so that
All right.
it makes me concerned because I don't disagree that it was like it was a little jarring. It was jarring. It was just jarring. It's just jarring to be like, I liked all these characters, I like these actors, and then like they jump, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Time
well,
jump, you mean they just like fast forward in time and forget everybody and add new
Because I
characters?
thought the
So
2 years was appropriate. The
like
first time.
even each episode in the beginning, right? You'll watch episode 1, you're like, all right, cool. And then episode 2, they'll make a reference to how much time has passed, and it's been like, whatever, like a year or 2, and you're like, all right, no, even that, screw that, it was like 5 or whatever. And you're like, oh shit, like okay. And then you're like trying to get caught up on everything you missed, and then like the next episode, they're like, it's been 2 more years, and you're like, what the fuck? And so even within that time frame,
man, I
it
didn't
kept
even notice
jumping a
that
little
shit.
bit. It wasn't all like sequential. Or I guess
Yeah.
it was still sequential, but it wasn't like real time. And then after a certain block, they straight up jump like 20 years, and it's different actors that are casted for like they had younger people playing
Yeah.
and then it's like, and now it's adults, and you're just like, it's jarring. It's just jarring because you're like, wait, what the fuck? Who's this now? Yeah.
There's
Randy.
one
Randy,
thing.
yes.
There was one thing that I just really did not like was all
of
the
it.
fucking kids. The kids were a bit much for me. I'm like,
You mean jacking it off in the window?
What the fuck?
oh yeah, fuck.
I don't want to know.
How was that? And apparently it's
Do
just
wanna know.
fine. It's fine for the parents don't even care.
No, who cares?
Yeah, it's whatever. You're gonna-
Natural.
it's natural. You're gonna,
Hey, when I
you're gonna
thought
have
about
sex
it-
with your sister anyway. It's fine.
Yeah.
But like, no, fucking dude, the top, fucking Rhaenyra's kids don't even have white hair. They're like not even Targaryen. They're fucking the dude that got his ass burnt to a crisp. Like,
Yeah, but that's why Allison's really pissed. She's like, look,
they like, all right, can a non? Obviously, they don't have Targaryen blood.
well, they do because she's Targaryen.
Yeah, but I mean, it's more the blood of the father. But like, where I'm getting at is like, can they even control dragons? I don't think so.
I think they can because we've seen that they have dragons.
They have dragons, but I don't think the kid can control it. I don't think.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
I don't
you're right.
think
I
any
don't know.
black, brown hair or black haired kid can control the dragon. I know that sounds really racist, but unless
That
you got
sounds
white-
really. Yeah,
unless
yeah.
you have a white haired Targaryen, I don't think you're gonna
Jon
be-
Snow though. Jon Snow had black hair and he's able to fly dragon.
But I guess, fuck.
Lawyered.
Snap.
Digga 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 wah wah.
I'm gonna stop right there.
Yeah, stop right there. Next topic. Moving on.
Fuck.
That's what I thought OG Game of Thrones did very well. It was expand the time and not just jump.
Mhm.
But I mean, granted, they went 8 seasons and
Yeah.
made majority of them all look good.
Can we talk about 6 seasons in a movie?
In a movie? What?
Yeah. And a hashtag in a movie.
So it's supposed to be 7 seasons in a movie, but
No, 6. It's 6 seasons
But
in a movie.
What
but I
if-
know, but Abed's shirt was 7 seasons in a movie.
Mm-mm.
wait,
Oh, was
Sure.
it?
I'm pretty
Yes.
sure.
I'm pretty sure. 6 seasons
Wait.
in a movie.
I'm pretty sure. No, Abed's shirt said 7 seasons in a movie.
When?
I'm gonna look this up.
Are you talking about
Community.
Oh.
Have you watched Community?
It's on my list.
I would highly recommend it because I feel like you would thoroughly enjoy it. And I know we say that a lot of stuff, but it is hands down my favorite
Damn it, 6 seasons in a
show
movie.
ever. And I think
Food
I've
Town
watched
ever.
it all the way through like 6 times.
Damn, you're right. It is 6 seasons in a movie. You can blame Yahoo for that.
I don't want to blame Yahoo. I want to thank Yahoo for that.
No, blame Yahoo for shutting down Community.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yahoo
That's true.
streaming. Like I watched,
But
an
we
interview with
also
Joel
didn't
McHale.
have here. Yes, I could look at it that way. I could also look at it that we wouldn't have had that if it wasn't for them. So
Yeah, this is also 100%. Yeah.
in the 5th season, if it didn't come back, it ended with a meteor hitting everyone and everyone dying.
That's so stupid.
And that's canon.
The problem I have with a Community movie isn't the movie itself; it's the fact that Peacock's doing it.
Oh my God, go somewhere.
I don't want to download an app to watch this fucking movie.
Yeah.
But I will.
You will. Yeah.
I don't want to, but I will.
Yeah.
I didn't say I
Pirated.
wasn't going to watch the movie. But is it even going to be that good? Pierce
It's
isn't
gonna be
there.
great.
Pierce isn't there, and I think they've said that Yvette Nicole Brown and
Donald Glover.
yeah
What's the point?
haven't
Actually, I could
officially
go-
confirmed.
Oh, they're confirmed.
No, have not been officially
Okay.
confirmed.
I could go without Yvette Nicole Brown because her character was my least favorite on the show.
Surely? Yeah, okay. I think okay, sure.
Yeah, she's just yeah.
That's not nice.
She just I don't know. I gotta give it to her though. Like she held a purse like 90% of the time in the whole show. She always had a purse around her shoulder. Like I don't think anybody's in it, but like man. But Shirley's character was just so actually more racist than Pierce.
Yeah.
Like Pierce was just open up. Like even like it's almost Pierce was racist, but Pierce was also just an old idiot.
Yeah.
Whereas he kept like the first season, Muslims, you get like she hated, like just didn't like all that.
Yeah.
Enjoying a bit in the morning.
Yeah. That was one of my favorite things with Troy is
Dude, I love that shit.
I'm sorry, with Pierce is the line where he's just like, hey, you need me for the like he's like clear the chickens off the runway. I say the things that need to be said that no one else will, right? And I'm just like, yeah, that's that he does sometimes, right?
Very true.
Yeah, I still think my favorite favorite line in like all of it is from the D&D episode when he's just like, I see you there, give me that look like I can't get erections.
All right, I know I'm gonna say it fucked up. I love it with Pierce in the result. I don't know. I think it was season 4, but they're all in like he's with all the old people and he's got like the visor on. They're gambling. He's like, all right, I got 4-1 the black. That's racist. All right, 5-1. Like it was just so fucking hilarious. Like this shit's so funny. Like, but I feel like Pierce's character eventually led to his like him outing on the show.
Yeah.
Or Joel McHale, he said that Pierce probably had a hard time adjusting from being like this mega star in the 80s and 90s to being like a backup role of Joel McHale, essentially. And he would try to like it was just a bad atmosphere.
Yeah. Well, I think Chevy Chase also does a lot of like.
That's right. His name is Chevy Chase.
Yeah, that's the first thing I was like, what? Does a lot of like his comedy.
Is it actually Chevy Chase?
It's actually Chevy Chase.
Yeah, that's why it's good, dude.
It's really good. Yeah, and he does a lot
I
of
love Chevy Chase.
like physical comedy, right? Like you can see a lot of it actually more in season 1 where it's like he just crashes into things and he fumbles stuff and he does.
Oh,
like,
this is my night at the Apollo.
Yeah. It's like the thing when he breaks the ice cream machine. He's just doing all these cones and
God, that was a,
or
Long
like,
and
like it's like, dude, just turn it off.
Yeah.
It's just
or like when he crashes in all the drum sets and stuff. Like
that's right, physical comedy. Yeah.
Is
so,
Kamal Nunjanji or whatever his name in there a lot? You know what I'm talking about?
Abed.
Say the name.
Dad.
Oh no.
So you know the guy that played Obi-Wan?
He's
the
only
fake
in one
Jedi?
episode at the last season.
Oh, okay.
So-
He's so funny, dude.
Yeah. He plays like the head of
He's
like
should
the
watch some of his
janitorial.
stand-up.
No,
His
he's in a
stand-up's
few
hilarious.
episodes. Yeah.
Bro, so hey, pause. Dalvin Cook had 20 rush,
Mhm.
like 76 yards and 2
Yeah, I mean,
receptions
10.6
for like
points.
10 points. Yeah.
Short of the 5 he was supposed to give.
How
him.
can you rush 20 times and then like all right. Moving on.
Watch.
I've been
Watch
watching National
Yeah.
Lampoon's Vacation movies.
Oh, nice.
So funny.
That means you'd probably love Community. Go watch it right now.
I love Chevy
enjoy,
Chase.
You will enjoy Community.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Have you guys watched all of the National Lampoon Vacation movies?
I don't think I've watched all of them.
I've only watched the 2. Yeah, like Chris, like
the older ones though, like the
when
we go to Wally World.
Yeah.
Europe.
Damn,
so funny.
Discussion topic: is there an actor?
Yes.
That you could see yourself that is very similar, like that you could play, that you can see yourself playing or play you. I'm just gonna lead it off just because we watched. I'm gonna give you guys an example of Valendiel's character in Rings of Power. I feel like he's got like similar hair, or he's Isildur's friend who punches him in the face. So he's a little taller. I feel like if I was in the sun more, similar skin complexion, he's got a better jawline. His hair is similar, but it's also oiled up. But I don't know. I just saw him. I was like, holy shit. It's like, it's not like a doppelganger, but I'm like, yeah, that guy looks very similar features to me, except he's probably God's gift in 6'3". Yeah. So that's a little simple one, but that's who I saw.
Yeah.
That I would love Tom Hardy to play my character, but
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy's God's gift to everything.
Do you hear about like just I think we talked about this in the last episode. He just joins like martial art tournaments and wins.
Oh yeah, I read that article briefly.
Tom Hardy?
Yeah. He's like he did something he was scared of. And he was like, so wrestling in front of men and their wives and children was scary to me, so I did.
He started doing like martial arts or whatever for one of his roles, and he just really took to it. And then he just straight up goes to these like whatever it is, like karate or whatever. I don't know. I can't remember.
Dojo.
Well, I don't know what specific martial art he does, but he goes to the dojo,
jiu-jitsu.
Right? Jiu-jitsu. Yeah. So he goes to just like jiu-jitsu tournaments and just like signs up, and then like doesn't make a big deal about it, and then like wins. He like actually wins, and it's like gnarly. And like I guess Tom fucking Hardy won. It's gnarly. It's sick.
Yeah, but that's like his meditation. Like it's cool to hear. Like, back to it. Who could you guys see if you could see it?
So funny that we just talked about it, but I could see me, not as much as a lookalike, but like character wise, Chevy Chase in National Lampoon Vacations. And I say that because I just had this conversation with Sarah because I've been watching them, and I'm like, this couple reminds me of us because Clark Griswold thinks he's always. I'll get to that. Clark Griswold thinks he's always right, and he makes all of these statements that are never true, and that's me. Like I'll be like, yeah, this is how it is, and it's not like that. And then additionally, like I'll be like, let's go take this road trip, or let's do this, and I think it's super fun and it'll be fun, and she's like, no, fuck that.
No,
same as his wife or whatever. Like in Wally World, they all wanted to fly, and he's like, no, we're gonna road trip, it'll be so much fun. Ended up being a disaster.
Yeah, that's really
Chase.
Spot on.
Bert, you got anyone?
Nothing's coming to my mind.
It's a hard one.
Michael Chiklis.
I thought about it when you at first asked it. I was thinking about it. I'm like, I can't see. I don't know.
Like, it was up until now. Like, I had to wait 33 years for me to like see that. So, so if you guys can't think of it on the spot, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll think of it.
You guys like Jake Gyllenhaal, right? Whatever his name is.
Sure.
I was really debating on sparking the whole shitty movie thing again and sending you this movie that I saw of him called Enemy. Have you heard of it?
No.
So it's dumb as fuck. Jake Gyllenhaal plays him, not himself, but in the movie he has a doppelganger, right? And one of his characters, he's just like this boring teacher who's just like kind of going with emotions in life and blah blah blah. The other character is a famous movie star, and so they look exactly alike, and the plot is that there is no plot, and it's basically just the teacher finding out that he looks like the actor, and then them meeting up, and then the teacher guy be like, I never want to see you again. And then the actor guy's like, no, I'm gonna screw your girlfriend. And then the teacher guy goes to the actor's wife's house, and then they sleep together. And then the wife, in the next morning, she goes in the bedroom, and Jake Gyllenhaal, the teacher, goes in the bedroom to ask her a question, and she turns into a giant spider. Exactly how I felt watching this
What
movie.
the fuck did you just tell me?
Exactly. They reference a spider at the beginning, and he has these weird dreams about spiders, and that's all they really mentioned about it. And then at the end, she turns into a spider.
Is the spider scary looking?
Huh? No, it's just like this giant, like tarantula. By giant, I mean giant. It's a fucking weird movie, and it
What?
made zero sense.
I was trying
And
to
that
follow
was-
you the
that was
entire time, and
literally
I
the
wasn't
plot.
quite getting it.
I
And then
was
the end just threw me
literally the
for a
I
loop.
was thinking of like they're having some weird sex thing
No.
going on, like Face Off.
No.
Keep going, and then you lost me at Spider.
Yeah.
What the?
It's
Wait,
fucking-
wait! I'm so confused. Like,
Bro, I watched the movie. And that was literally the plot.
I feel like usually
I know it made no
have, like,
sense,
a
but
more
that was literally.
I feel like I would have like a wilder reaction when I heard, but I'm so,
Yeah.
I'm so kind of just taken back by what you
Processing.
said.
So I was like, I really should send this movie to these guys.
you should not.
Definitely should not. But if you did, that might be a GM power for you, because now that you told me it, I don't know if I would want to watch it.
Dude, it started out good and interesting, and then it just like went nowhere. And then there's a giant spider.
I still have. Dalton still has a shitty movie he's never watched, and then Bert still has a shitty movie at his old place.
Yeah.
And that shitty movie was Lawnmower Man 2.
Lawnmower Man 2. Yeah, hold on.
I think it's
Where's my
streaming
phone?
now.
You know,
Let me see where it streams.
You know the fucked up thing was I was reading the articles, and they said Lawnmower Man 1 was better.
Why didn't you send us that one?
Because I wanted to end the zombie game, and that's how I ended the game. Because no, I forgot. No, it wasn't actually that. It was
Oh, it's not. Well,
that was after the fact. What was the thing that? Oh, that was that bad movie like that Bird watched with Pitbull. Yeah,
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's
yes.
what ended the zombie game.
I hated that movie. It was so stupid.
No, but
Zombie
Lawnmower
game.
Man 2. That's so fucking dumb, dude.
I looked to see if it was streaming anywhere, and it's not. Where I would have to pay, or otherwise pay for it. So no.
You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
You ever?
ship has sailed.
Ship's gone. Ship's gone. It was $5. Fuck, that was a terrible movie. I haven't even watched it.
Yeah, but so if you get around to it, Enemy, I think it's on HBO Max, maybe.
Yeah,
or Hulu.
That makes more sense if it's on Hulu. Like, oh, dude, My Dinner with Andre. I really suggest you guys should.
Who?
Like, it was just
You had dinner with who?
No, it's just a movie called My Dinner with Andre, and it was.
What'd you get? What'd you order? What did they order?
You know, ordered a copy of Cougar Town season 1.
And I
No.
was in Cougar Town.
No, but Dalton, there's a scene in.
You need to watch Community. Sorry, Dalton. I need you to watch it too.
There's a scene in Community, like season 3, where they're at dinner and they're just reenacting this movie scene, and the one guy doesn't know. But there's an actual movie called My Dinner with Andre, and it was a very, very interesting movie. It's not like you don't have to like. I would say you don't have to like sit there and watch it. You can listen to it.
The one made in the 80s?
Yeah. I pay attention about 65% of it, but it's a good movie. It's a very good movie. It's literally about a conversation. It's like about you got Andre, who's a guy that's looking for spiritual enlightenment, traveling around, looking for like workshops and everything, just to have like a different outlook on life. Whereas the other gentleman, who I forgot his name, who says life, like maybe my joy in life is waking up in the morning to drink a cold cup of coffee. Maybe that's all I need in life. Like, I mean, like obviously there's a lot more to it, but it's like there's the maybe I'm content with what I have right now. Maybe I don't need more than. Whereas Andre's like, I'm not content, but it's all a very polite conversation. They're just having a conversation. So it's very good, very good. If you're just cooking dinner or something, just turn on. You don't have to watch it, just listen. Very, but also they talk really well. Like I was reading the comments, like yeah, like these guys just know how to have a good conversation.
It's like podcast before podcast. We're podcast.
Exactly. It was a podcast for a podcast. That's a good one. And it's yeah, fuck. That's a great way to put it. Podcast.
Yeah. Speaking of podcasts.
Yeah, we should jump into the game.
You're on one.
Oh, wait. How do we figure out my armor class?
Yeah, that's a great question. So your armor class is based off what so normally it's 10 plus your dexterity modifier, unless you're wearing armor. So am I able to share screen?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So right now, I looked at the starting equipment, and Dalton, you are wearing a leather jerkin. So you have 11 plus your dexterity modifier. So what's your dexterity score?
13.
13. So that's +2, right? So you would have a AC of 13, which is good. Well, it's okay. And then
so I have a leather jerkin, you said?
You have a leather jerkin.
Jerkin my leather.
Jerkin it all day long. And then Randy, you have check that this is the right one.
You know what to write down on the sheet.
Yeah, corset of mail. Okay. So yours is, what's your dexterity score?
11.
Okay. So that's +1. So yours is normally a 13 + 1. So you have a 14.
Okay. So my armor class is 14.
Yep.
Okay.
And what was mine? 13, you said?
Yep. So when I roll to hit you, that's the number I'm trying to hit and beat.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Cool.
Yes. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more in the game.
So are you all ready? Should we pick up where we left off?
Yeah. I'm about to get fucking jumped on by a warg.
Yeah, you are. So we begin exactly where we left off. You're at the farmstead. There's quite a kerfuffle happening at the moment. As you can see that, still sharing my screen, and it's the map, right? I'll take your silence as yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
Right. Randy, you're out here. You have Brendel, right? And
Brendel fly.
But you had slit Brendel's leg or pierced. And then Dalton, you had rolled over here, kind of this corner, and you know that there's like bandits that are coming in from the forest shooting arrows, and you saw that this giant creature was coming towards you.
We're in a tight spot.
Quite a predicament.
I got to talk to you about that.
Radol.
So where we're at, whose turn is it? Because where we left off, I thought I was literally about to get attacked.
Yeah. I have the order still. It goes Randy, Dalton, bandits, creature. But the creature attacks.
Okay.
So, Randy, you got your back. You know that there's probably, you can see like the shifting of like the moonlight and like the shadows. Like you just get the sense that something's about to like pounce behind you. It's like that eerie sixth sense that like something is about to jump. And as it jumps,
Spider sense is tingling.
You suddenly feel yourself being pushed to the ground as I believe you had like a holding him, yeah, with like the spear tip thing. It's just, you just feel yourself being pushed to the ground as like there's a massive amount of weight just put on your back, right? As you fall forward, Brendel also falls forward. You kind of let go, and you just feel this dripping of like drool and like just falling down on the grass and like hitting like your shoulder and like coming to your face, and you hear just right in your ear.
This is my turn.
It is your turn.
Okay, I gotta think about this for a second. Appreciating the position. Fuck.
Can you pull up the map?
I think with my with my back is there. Basically, I want
Yeah, you're like on your stomach.
Yeah, I'm on my stomach. This is a shitty position. Terrible position.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I want to. Oh God, I gotta word this right. I just want to frantically just try to just. Oh, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I want to frantically try to thrust myself like out of I'm trying to word this as like I'm visioning in my head. I want to thrust and try to like just potentially do like a push-up or like a burpee or something and try to just thrust myself forward at an angle, like just try to get away from or scramble to get away, like to just get not be on my fucking stomach. That's just really what I don't want to be on my stomach. So I want to thrust myself, try to scramble to get away. Just put some sort of distance between me and them, whether it be like a foot, like 10 feet, whatever I have to do to like just get away. So I want to just try to just scramble away. Or scramble to my feet. That's what I want to do. Like just something.
Mm-hmm.
However you want to take that, we're gonna roll to try. Like that's what I want.
Yeah,
to do.
can you roll your strength check? And you're gonna do a strength check against the creature. Understand that you are at a disadvantage because it has you prone. So what you're gonna do is when you have a disadvantage, you're gonna roll twice, and you're gonna take the lowest number.
Ooh.
What?
It's fucked up.
That's a weird one to go. Okay. Fuck! 18.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, 18. 20.
Fuck you.
Dude, I'm not even joking.
Wow.
I
Wow.
can see it right there.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah. All right. Well, damn, man. This thing was about to just bite your neck. All right. You kind of just and like push out, and it's just this sudden, even though there's like a massive amount of weight on you, it was almost like it was not prepared for this like sudden burst of energy because you're going in like fight or flight mode. You're in flight, but like
I'm in flight.
But with just like that sudden burst of energy, it just kind of toppled, just and like it lets you skid away. So like as you kind of like push off and like crawl and then like turn into like a crouch run to get up, you're just like frantically getting out from underneath this creature.
I can really envision it.
So you successfully break away. So right now, and as you turn around, right? If you turn around, you see this thing for like the first time, which is this is like a dire wolf sized creature. So like there's the regular like wolves size, like this thing is like dire wolves from like Game of Thrones. Just
I was gonna say, is it like Jon Snow's?
It's like ghost. It's like ghost sized, right?
It's a big one.
But it's like all black, and it has like these red, like piercing eyes.
Oh, it's from 300.
Yeah.
Where is it again?
So let me draw. It's like about here, right? Brendel is like right next to it. Randy has like ran away, and I'm assuming Randy, like as you've like in this kind of like frantic rush, you're not heading out towards the forest. You're heading towards.
No. Yeah.
So this way, and then Dalton, or I'm sorry, Engelbert.
Call me Bert.
You're here, and then yeah, Radal has spent his turn running. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Being a little bitch, that was my turn.
And then yeah, sorry, that was your full turn. Just like
Pretty
just
much,
frantically
bro.
So Engelbert, you would see, Radal like coming in like through like the fence, like the stone wall. You can see that there's this now. You can see this creature again has emerged from like you kind of lost it when it went here. Sorry, by here I mean it went this way, right? But like right next to it is Brendel, like on the ground, bleeding from a leg, and like looking over and just like, oh my god, just dying creature.
Yeah, he can have Brindle. That's fine.
What would you like to
bandits
do?
will shoot
Is it my
the
turn?
direwolf.
I'm going to. Is Radal running towards me, right, or just in that general direction?
Yeah.
In my words, I don't even know where the fuck you are. Dude. I'm just trying to get the fuck away. I'm scrambling. Look like a drunk guy running away.
I want to start running to the other side of that porch, whatever it is.
We are on a mission, you know.
Well, I know, but I mean, I'm kind of just out in the open.
Yeah.
That thing
To this
attacks
side?
Brent. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna scurry over there,
Mhm.
and I want to have my axe out, ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can
you roll your stealth for me, please?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
This
right. I don't have
new
my
dice.
dagger.
This new mystery loot dice. 6.
Mm-hmm.
It's not looking good.
Did you,
As you're-
did you just get that from Pandemonium?
Yeah.
Alright, I might have to go today.
As you're scurrying, you like knock over like a pot that's like on the porch with like like a planted pot. It doesn't break, but you definitely knock into it. So like you definitely made some noise. But you're scurrying as you said, right over here.
Yeah.
Okay. That was your movement. You
hobbit
can still
scurry.
do yeah. You still have one more action if you'd like to do something.
I just want to. Is there any way to like help Randall get over to me faster, or just be like,
This
Randall,
guy's going like this.
Randall, come hide over here,
Dude, don't waste your action on that.
Randall? I mean, I got nothing else I want to do really.
I don't know, like recompose yourself, meditate.
You got your axe. You're
Think about it.
And to
Grab a
confirm, right?
pumpkin.
Are you at like the corner looking this way, or
No,
you're
I want
heading
to be.
around?
I want to be like that first spot you had me,
Mhm.
but I'm assuming like I can kind of hide around the porch-ish
Mhm.
area. Yeah, just kind of ducked there in the corner. That makes sense.
Yep, it does. Cool. All right. With that, somehow, despite you making the noise, the bandits don't seem to notice you.
Yay.
But you hear more arrows so Radal, you would hear them like again more arrows like kind of whizzing by, but they're not aimed at you. They're aimed towards the creature. As you just hear this as one of them impacts into it,
Ooh, cool.
and you hear this as it just kind of like screams that it's just been hit by an arrow. But I was gonna say Brendel could try and get away, but you've slit his leg, so I'm gonna roll.
I was gonna say he's got a good vision.
He's just like crawling towards the no, not like this, not like this.
Should have stayed for that 8-3.
With that, then the beast. So it just looks over at you, Engelbert, as if it totally saw you now for the first time. It just kind of looks. You make eye contact with it, as it could clearly see where you're at, even though you're trying to hide. But then it just like goes to like bite the arrow that's like in its shoulder and just like snaps it out, and then grabs Brendel's leg with its teeth, as you just hear as it like just chomps in and just starts dragging Brendel away. Oops. Like, back out this way.
Are we saving him? Do we feel bad?
I know what zombie Randall would do. Zombie apocalypse Randall would do. It's like, let's hightail it the fuck out of here. Fuck this family.
That is an option.
As
That
a
is
Harfoot,
But
every
that's
man
in a
for
past
himself.
life. You're not a Harfoot though. You're not some pussy Harfoot. You're a hobbit from Hobbiton, the Shire.
Yeah, well,
You stand
he's
3
in the
inches
back.
taller.
He's in the back because he's injured.
Yeah. Randy, it's your turn.
I just want to compose myself. So where are the bandits shooting or bandit shooting?
There's like that forest line way
Oh.
out here.
Ah, damn. Okay, that's the.
Is there multiple or just one?
We don't know.
You don't know.
Obviously, they've been watching us, so they've been watching us force Brendel to smoke weed.
Hi, welcome. Goodbye.
Your cat's been doing that like 8 times now.
Dude, it drives me nuts. Whenever I'm at the desk, they'll just go back and forth because the
They're
window's
trying
right
to
here.
disrupt your communication with the outside world. I read
The
it.
win-
in the book.
The window's right here, so they'll sit and look, and then they'll walk away. 2 seconds in, they'll come back, and I'm like, bro.
Dude, there's a leaf that fell that needs to be looked at. I want to while I'm seeing this, I want to regain. I just want to take a breath. So they're obviously they hit the animal once. It's dragging. There's 3 bandits.
No, you don't know.
Just put next to zero. So I want to. I have my axe on me. I don't have the dagger, correct?
You don't have your dagger. That was taken from you from the bandits. I would say that somehow, even though in your struggle away from the beast, you still have like the spearhead tip.
Okay, but I don't have my axe.
No, you would have your axe with you.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
You have all your gear.
I want to put the spearhead away. I don't want to pull out the axe. And I want to, just look at it like, oh, it's time to go to work. Like, and then I'm gonna, I want to run along. Like, I want to PUBG crouch run style. Up onto or alongside of the brick or the stone wall, up, right there. And then I want to, if it's still doable in my action, jump over. Or I want to wait right here. I want to flag Engelbert, and I want to gesture like, go like this while taking cover, and I want to maneuver myself up to that spot right there.
Got it.
And not do anything else.
Okay. All right. Pull out your axe. You flag to Engelbert, and you PUBG crawl, crouch run. Sorry, up to the rock. Go ahead and roll your perception for me, or spot. I'm trying to figure out what they call it in this game.
While you're rolling, side question above
Side
game.
questions. I love
Randall,
side
have
questions.
you heard that PUBG song by the Viva La something dudes?
Viva La Void?
I think so.
I don't know, but I'm gonna do it right after this now.
Dude, you will love it.
Because
It's
I
the
like
greatest
if
thing
it's
ever.
Viva La Void. I've only heard one of their songs. It's very long, but I like it. It's on my playlist. Or-
No. Okay, it's not them.
Okay,
they're
well, I
called-
don't want to listen to it now.
They're called Viva La Dirt.
I'll
It's
check
a
it
it's a spoof song.
out. Okay. I like their new Destiny theme song though. Even there's no words. All right, what am I rolling, Bert?
Perception, please.
Ooh, I got a 5. Doesn't matter. Perception
As-
equates to wisdom.
Yeah.
So
As you
6.
kind of like just peek your head over, just to kind of spot, do a quick look to see. It's almost like the wolf, giant creature, has just like disappeared into the darkness. You can hear the screamings of Brendel, but it seems to have like don't actually have eyes on where the creature is.
Fuck.
All right,
That sucks.
Engelbert.
Which way did you want me to go? Wait, what's this
Touchdown
question mark in the
notifications.
bottom?
Touchdown notifications.
Over here?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. That's strange.
Oh God.
No, we could divide and conquer.
I'm a hobbit.
You're
There's no conquering with me. It's scurrying away.
no. Remember, didn't Bilbo like murder some orcs in that bug?
Yeah, my character's not Bilbo.
Bilbo's
Which way did you want me to go?
Well, I just gestured that I'm moving up, so I didn't.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I mean, you're gonna do what you need to do.
Well, I'm obviously not gonna be alone. I want to be with Radol in this situation. The fuck. So I'm gonna go back to my original spot on the other side, and then from there I want to let me know.
You're gonna go back up this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, fuck, I don't know. Maybe I should go the other way, but I feel like that's just gonna leave me completely open to things. More question marks, huh?
I know, he's adding a lot over there. It makes me just wonder. Or you know what?
And
it's
then
one
Sauron
guy with a
pops
pan. It's a guy with a pan. He's
And there's
like
what?
10.
What is that?
Sauron.
Sauron.
No, it's like Return of the King when Sam's running up. And he was like, oh my god, oh fuck. And like, oh dude, it's a hobbit.
Just a little
let's go.
hobbit.
And he fucking murks like 8 dudes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to go actually to the left side of the building around that way.
This one's for my old gaffer.
Yeah.
let's not forget that guy took literally a fucking stone and smashed that other horse face in.
Bam.
You want to go this way?
Yeah, and then I want to look and see if there's any cover or like another little rock wall. See, I can see if I can hide behind.
There's no.
But I'm also trying to make sure I can see Radol.
Yeah, there's
I
no
know
real
that's
rock wall, but you can hide at the corner for sure.
All right, I'll do that, and then I want to see if I can see Radol.
Will you roll your perception for me?
Perception.
Oh dude.
All right, dice.
I'm talking out loud, but hobbits have better eyesight at night.
Well, it's a 20.
Damn. All right. Not only do you see Radol, because it is, he's right there and he's making noise. You can see that like the wolf creature is like really picking up speed. Like it's dragging Brendel away, but it's like starting to like.
Is Brendel screaming?
Oh yeah, screaming and like now like because it's like running away, it's like he's like hitting the ground as it's like starting to like pick up speed. With a 20 though, whenever that owl noise was over here was other bandits, but they've all kind of moved this way. So I would say that you have confirmation that there are 2 bandits.
2 bandits.
And there is nothing over here.
Damn, this kind of just really got. It's like PUBG. I'm going after a squad. There's a squad coming in behind me. That's in the zone. That's coming out the zone, and then you get. Then all of a sudden you get headshot for no reason. Because you were just standing there looking.
You and your PUBG.
There's a lot of PUBG in this.
I'm helping Sarah beat the Elden Beast right now.
Nice.
Did you beat the Elden Beast?
I did on mine, yes. Sarah's been playing, and she has a mage.
How
build.
long did it take you to beat the Elden Beast?
Me, it took me probably like almost 2 weeks.
But how long did you play each time? I'm sorry. I know
I'd try like a couple hours at a time.
JARdon miss.
JARdon mess. Yeah,
Sorry,
I would
very
say it
distracted
took me
today.
a solid 16, 18 hours.
It took me a long time.
Yeah, long time.
Hers shouldn't
Well,
take as long because with Comet Azure, that thing fucking fucks people up.
Yeah. Okay, so back to it.
Is that the end of my turn?
Yeah, unless there was something specifically. You have a move action and then like another action.
Oh,
So
shit.
you spent your movement, go into that corner. Did you want to do anything else? Technically move again if you want to like start moving down this way.
Yeah, I want to move as close as I can to Radol.
Or move where you still have cover, and then we can kind of like whisper yell at each other. Oh, but no, with that 20 roll, what did you say? Dalton did realize that there were multiple bandits?
Yes.
Okay.
So remember when you heard the owl noises before and you made like that?
Oh, yeah.
Right? There was noises coming from here, right? So they were going to come at the forest or the farmhouse like this, but the sudden appearance of a giant direwolf has meant them to consolidate over here.
Consolidation with this dire wolf going on.
Cool. All right. With that, then, after you comes the bandits. I'm gonna roll for them.
This is a very curious.
Fuck your bandits.
What's the move? What's the play here? What would Dipper do?
Randall, you know that song "Be Alright" by Dean Lewis?
I believe so.
It's like a slower song.
I believe so. I don't hear it again.
So the PUBG song is a spoof of that song.
Ooh.
It's hilarious.
The arrows stop firing from the
Pew, pew,
forest
pew,
line.
Pew, pew, pew.
Seemingly. So yeah, the
Oh.
bandits have taken their turn.
I want to yell out, "All your base belongs to me."
Your base belongs to us.
Well, and then with that, the screaming from Brendel gets farther away as the direwolf continues to drag.
I want to. I'm
He's
gonna.
a lost cause.
No, he's not. I'm gonna say no, he's not to Engelbert.
Yeah, you guys are close enough that you guys can talk.
No, he's not. Remember, dude, we gotta finish the mission. And I'm gonna gesture to Engelbert. I'm like, we gotta go. We gotta go after it. Yeah, and I'm gonna say, we gotta go after it. It's occupied right now. It's chomping down on Brendel. We're dragging him away. We have opportunity. That's what I'm gonna say. We have opportunity while it's distracted. And I'm just gonna, and I want to jump over the rock wall and try to, or stone wall, and start making haste towards the faint sounds of death and suffering.
Mhm.
Just gonna heavy sigh.
Can you do your survival roll for me, Randy?
Ooh, 19.
Great. You again
I feel
still
like that was sarcastic.
You look at the grass. You don't see where this direwolf went because it's like hidden, right? But you start looking at the grass, seeing like clearly where like Brendel's being dragged along. So despite this thing being hidden in the grass, there's clearly a path for you to follow of like where Brendel's being dragged. Like all that grass is like pushed down and there's like blood on like the ground. So you can easily track this thing to where it's going. You don't necessarily see it, but you can easily follow it.
Or-
Wait, sorry.
while
Your
I'm
movement
doing it-
action was just to jump over. Do you want to keep following it then?
I'm gonna. Is Engelbert still in like whisper yelling distance at this
Yeah.
point? Oh, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna look at Engelbert and tell him, we will allow Brendel torment and death, but we must make haste. And I'm gonna just take off into the woods.
Right.
Also, I need your eyes, Engelbert. Fuck.
I don't want to be here alone. That's for sure. Family's weird.
Sleeping and not helping us.
Yeah, I was about to say the dude's not. I need help. Yeah, help then, buddy. This
Need
is your
help.
He
family.
needs help.
I want to hire someone to help me help us.
Need help helping the help.
I need help helping. I need to hire help to help the help, and then I need help to hire to help the help that's helping the help. Okay,
So whose
that's
turn
your
is it?
turn, Engelbert.
It is Engelbert's turn.
I'm just gonna pick up and follow Radal the best I can, and just
You have
chase
two
after
actions, you have
Radal.
two actions, you have two actions.
Yeah, you can just spend both your actions like catching up. You guys can be like together.
Yeah, I just wanna. I mean, there's not much more else I want to do. I ain't going after the bandits. That's for damn sure.
There's
So I'm
a
just gonna-
drone.
Just finding
There's
it.
a drone.
I'm just gonna
aerial
be the
view of us
hobbit I
running.
am and hide and run. Not hide, but running behind Radal.
I'm gonna put my ear to the ground. Their pace is quickened. Something is
Picked up
evil
a
to these
trail.
spirits. Something is evil to these creatures. Sets its
We're
will against us.
hungry.
Okay, sorry. I'm gonna stop sharing.
Yes.
All right.
That's good. Maybe I'll watch that today.
I think we're very distracted today. I'm very distracted.
We are.
Today.
That's okay.
It's Sunday, man. I really don't have shit to do, and I love it. Video games and football.
Did I tell you guys I'm playing through? Have you all played Shadow of Mordor? Or
I saw your ass playing that.
have you played it before?
I beat the first one.
Yeah, I'm replaying through the first one.
I know there's a second one though.
The second one is phenomenal. I really want to play that.
I felt like trying the second one.
It's really fun. I beat
it. I just downloaded Final Fantasy, so I just tried to play that. I'll talk about Metal Gear after this, because
we certainly can.
Yeah,
this is what's gonna happen. As y'all are
more pictures.
I like this layout.
As you are following this creature, right? You're tracking it, letting Radol take the way, because as an expert tracker in Wander, you let. Why can't I draw? So let's say, come on, don't be a dick. Oh, because I'm not sharing my screen. Was I sharing my screen?
You were.
Yeah, we saw it.
Yeah, hold on. Let's try to see.
I think it was because it was
you were sharing your screen.
Sharing the wrong one.
There it is.
Can you see this?
Yes.
Yes.
And then can I draw? There we go. Okay, cool. That's why I was sharing like the internet page, not the farm is down here. This is where the farm is at. You all have like tracked this thing. It's like way down there, So you track this thing as, again, this trail. Imagine it not actually being a well-worn path. This is just like the trail of blood from Brendel.
Pretty sure he's still alive.
As you get to a point where you realize, can I have you both roll your perception for me? Perception.
I got 14.
A 14 and a 5?
I got 5, yeah.
Okay.
14 turns into 15.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to say, as you approach, you see, even though it's a 5, it's dark, but hobbits can see someone in the dark. Engelbert, you both see this. You see that there is Brendel's body is just like in the middle of like the grass, right? Not talking anymore. It's hard to talk when your insides have been eaten by a giant direwolf, right? So body is like spread out as the wolf is just like off to the side. So Brendel's body's here. Engelbert, you see him, and you see that the wolf is here just like chomping on guts and stuff. This is where the wolf is at. However, there seem to be two people that have like taken the body and are like spreading it out in this kind of weird display. You can just vaguely see them. However, with a 15, Radol, you see the hunched over bodies are that of goblins. As the wolf is off to the side, kind of like eating like the meat of Brendel, the guts and stuff. The goblins are doing some sort of strange thing with the body.
What are they making leather out of his skin?
They're doing it's weird. You don't know what they're doing.
It's fine.
No, yeah.
You know,
they're doing something that is weird and creepy. If you all remember your conversations with the family, right? Every time they found the bodies, it looked like it had been eaten, but it also looked like it had been like done in some sort of weird ceremony or something. Yeah. Something had been done with it, right? As the goblins are talking amongst themselves. So to confirm, 2 goblins over the dead body of Brendel, wolf off to the side, chomping on sweeter meats. And that is where we're going today.
Ah, damn it.
We're fucked.
No, we're not.
We're in a bad spot.
We're not.
There's 2 goblins
and
a direwolf thing. And then there's me.
Dude, you ever seen Goblin?
Hobbit.
Well, you probably haven't seen a Goblin in Lord of the Rings card game.
What?
But I can guarantee they're probably your size.
But you got to think, my character is just a mere hobbit who hasn't seen much action.
when
I'm an
back's against the
adventurer,
wall, you gotta
but
swing.
I haven't seen much action. Oh, I'll swing, but
I mean,
swing to my
I'll set up a wall behind you and just keep pushing you forward.
I was about to jump in that bush. I was just about to jump in a bush.
I understand, bro. Like, I'm gonna be dragging you along. We should have fixed the fucking
Get out. Right?
It would have been way easier.
Terrible.
I mean, I don't have carpentry skills, but yeah. So the greatest Metal Gear game ever made was 2.
MSG5.
Oh shit! So we got 3 different opinions here.
I played 2. I played a little bit of 4. I think that was for the GameCube or Wii. And then I played Ninja Gaiden or Ninja Gaiden or whatever.
I honestly, I can't say because I've only played the first one.
It doesn't matter. You can have an opinion.
But I haven't played any other one, so I can't really say.
So your favorite one is the first one because it's the only one you played.
Yeah. So the second one was the best. Because that was the only one that I played like twice.
I guess my question is, did you enjoy the first one?
Me?
Yeah.
100%. One of my top 5 games of all time.
So then what has stopped you then from playing any other ones?
So I never got PS2.
Damn,
so I never played the second one. I don't know if any of them were on PS2 or PS3.
I think most of them have been.
But that's what I'm saying. They transitioned to like Nintendo at one point.
Did they?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like 4 was like for like the GameCube or Wii.
Oh.
Yeah, I barely played that one. I think it was just very minorly I played that. But and then the Ninja one I'm talking about was basically just Shinobi. You are the guy from number 2. I forgot the guy's name, but he's like he's basically a cyborg at that point because his body's been. But the guy from number 2 comes in to be like Metal Gear 5 or 6 or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But Metal Gear 2, man.
But you have not played Metal Gear Solid 5.
Me?
Either of you.
No.
Whatever the one with the ninja is the last one that I played.
So 5, I like 5 because 5 is open world. So it is like it's like a giant map. And there's all these bases, and you can basically do these missions. It's just like Metal Gear Solid, but it's just fun. It's just so much fun. And the entire time, you're also building up like a mercenary army, so you can like capture people and then turn them into soldiers on your team. It's super fun. I played the shit out of it. I played so much of it. It's for
Xbox 360.
No. Well, maybe, but I played it on Xbox Zeroes. Oh, Ground Zero. Yeah, don't do Ground Zero. Do actual MSG5.
Okay. I'm only seeing Ground Zeroes for $6 used on eBay.
I think.
No, they have 5. I'm seeing the other one. It's just I only see it for PlayStation.
Or you played the OG one, right? The first one.
Oh yeah. I played the OG one where. Remember when where Burger City used to be? Now I think it's a GameStop.
Yes.
So back when it was Burger City,
you said Burger City. Man.
I know the place right next to Burger City was a little bit of an electronic boutique, which is kind of like EB Games, right?
Yeah.
So literally, I went over to EB Games. We my buddy Nick pre-ordered Metal Gear Solid, and when you pre-ordered it, they gave you a demo disc to play it, and it was all in Japanese. So we literally played the first part of Metal Gear Solid where you like come in the submarine, you come up in like that sub level, and you sneak in when the helicopter lands. It was just that. As soon as you went into the facility, the demo ended. We literally played that over and over and over again because we were just waiting for the game to come out, and it was all in Japanese. We had no clue what was happening, but it was so much fun.
I can't believe you're bringing up demo disc. I can't believe that. Like I remember you would get a disc and it had the first chapter of the game, and that was it.
Yep. Yeah. And so but then we were so excited when the game actually came out. So I played the shit out of 1. I really liked 1. It's so good.
My sister and I we had one of those, old camcorders, those big old ones you put on the shelf. So we would play through it, and we would record just the cutscenes. Like a little cheesy movie.
Yeah, you could see it. Yeah,
that game is so much fun.
You would play Psycho Mantis, and that first Psycho Mantis battle where it was like if you unplugged, it was just, I think we've talked about this in the show, but it's nuts. It would read your memory card and it would look for save games of your memory card, and it would make a reference, like whatever the company was, right?
Yeah.
And it would make a reference to like, oh, I see that you play such and such. And we're like, what? This is
What's
crazy. Like
happening?
Psychomantis was reading your memory card and like breaking the fourth wall. And we thought it was crazy. And the only way that you could beat him, or not the only way, you could beat him a couple ways, but like the best way to do it is you actually just unplugged your controller from port 1, put it in port 2. And like that concept to me blew my mind. He's like, I can't read your mind.
Yeah. Can't read you. Yeah, I struggle with that
so
for
good.
so long until we caught on.
Yeah. Dude, there was so many fourth wall breaking stuff. Like when you had to like find contact Meryl the first time, and it kept saying, look at the back of the disc. Look at the back of the case. And we're like, what the fuck is it talking about? What is it talking about? And it was like, look at the back of the case. And then you looked at literally the actual game box that it came in, the CD case, the jewel case, and you flipped it over, and the image of Meryl's frequency was on the back. And it was like, and we're like, what? This is crazy. But it was like breaking our brain. And in my head, I was like, dude, if somebody bought that game used and didn't have the case, they'd be fucked because they wouldn't know what to do. But like, yeah, that was like a level of I love the Metal Gear Solid games because they like break the fourth wall.
It's hard to emulate it though, because I have the Dreamcast one or whatever where they remastered it. And it's hard to play because you can't really swap controller ports that way. So
wait, you can you're right. I think
you might be able to in the settings, maybe, I don't know, but of the emulator. But it's weird.
Dude, an emulator, I remember that. I should plug my Dreamcast in and see if I can get to the internet. Fuck it. Start playing some Phantasy Star Online.
Are you?
Fuck.
So you guys played N64. Have you ever played Star Fox?
I kind of shocked that you would not just go into, hey, you remember this in Star Fox?
Do a barrel.
So there's
Slippy.
this gaming store in Petaluma that my friend's a manager there, and they posted this inbox complete, still the game's still sealed, Star Fox 64, and I really want to go buy it because it's just like mint. It's probably expensive. I don't know if it'd be 500, maybe 300 or so, 200.
I mean, it would be somebody that probably has a sealed N64 for their collection. That game will get sold.
Oh yeah.
Well,
it's in the original box.
Yeah.
Mint.
Yeah.
As long as it's still wrapped in cellophane.
The game is the box is open.
Oh.
But
that would hurt the value a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
If the game was still sealed, I'm like,
100%.
Let's fucking go. Yeah, but somebody will buy it just to have the box.
Oh, I want to buy it.
The box is probably worth more than the actual game, which is kind of crazy. That little pamphlet inside is probably worth more.
But that being said, speaking of N64, they are remaking, or was it remastering 007?
Yeah,
it
will be
Xbox and Switch. Switch will have an online multiplayer mode.
I would assume, hey, Xbox would do that.
Xbox is not doing it.
You're crazy. I'm
not right now, at least. I don't know.
Well, I mean, how about this? I mean, co-op campaign is announced, so it's not out of that realm.
We talk about co-op campaign for Halo and how it still doesn't exist and how I can't play, and then I'm upset. So now, like, is Halo Infinite
how is it that hard to make that? Like, how?
So the problem, what I was reading for some articles, they can't do split screen.
Can't do split screen. Understood. Fine.
I don't understand it. It's 2022. Why can't you do split
But hear me
screen?
out. I'm wondering if they're running into issues like you start this campaign with 2 people and then you can only finish with that same person. I'm wondering if because that was the problem with the split screen. The split screen, you could start a campaign with somebody because they were doing the beta, but like you couldn't finish said campaign because you started it with 2 people. Like, it's kind of stupid, really.
Yeah, it saves that progress, and it's
only
for that person.
It's only so
you wouldn't just be able to join the host's game and then just play from there.
I feel like there'd just be a coding issue that you would be able to work around.
Now I have played. 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 I have not been into Halo like I was in like Halo 2 and 3. But I don't recall I forgot. Can you start a campaign and then Bert, you just jump online like I'm just gonna join you?
Yeah. Because the levels
Then
are
what's the
linear.
fucking problem? 3,
Because
4,
the
3.
levels are linear. You could just be like, hey, you want to just play Assault to Control Room? We just play that, right?
Yeah, and hey, you want to run back to the beginning? Okay.
Yeah.
But you cannot do that in
because
Halo.
everything's progressive. It's one
or at
giant.
least for the first 2 levels.
Yeah.
After that, you could go back and do what the fuck you want. But
Yeah.
which
I don't know. It just seems like
did you find the skull in the first level, Dalton?
The first level, yes.
See, I didn't find it. I was looking.
And then I haven't played any more than
Noted.
Dark Tides.
Let's all play Apex.
Dark Tides.
Apex.
Squad?
Dark Tides.
Ooh,
Let's
Bert,
play a game together that we all
this
play
week-
regularly.
ODST.
I'm done. This week though, I want to plug in the deck that I built and play you on Tabletop Simulator. I
The
want
Lord of the Rings deck.
Yes.
Isn't that like a lot of clicking and finding the cards and putting them in?
Yeah, but like once you do it, it's saved.
But I've got like a 80 card deck.
Send me the list.
But then I have to type everything.
Okay, but how many of those are duplicates?
Not as many as you think. You can only have 4 duplicates, and generally duplicates are just weapons.
I tell you
So-
what.
Or
Oh, good.
So you can only have
skirmish
4
pumps.
duplicates.
Or they're
of
pumps.
Any card?
You can only have 4 copies, maximum 4 copies of a card in your deck.
Okay.
But if it has like an asterisk next to it or something, you can only have like 1.
How many companions can you have?
You can have as many.
You
as
can
fucking
technically
want.
have as many as you want,
Mhm.
but you can only deploy 9. There can only be 9 total that have been played by you in the game. So, and that includes people who have died, because there was 9 people that left. So you can have as many as you want in your deck, but as soon as you have played your 9th one, that's it.
Okay. I think I'm gonna add a couple more then, because I don't
How many
have.
cards are in your deck?
I gotta count it. I haven't even counted it. I haven't even like initially gone through and see which ones I want to play. I just went through all of your cards and
just make a
potentially
62 card deck and just hope that math is in your favor.
I'm gonna plug in one of my decks too. This will be fun. Okay, I'm down to do Lord of the Rings.
You can't play 3-way Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
though.
You can.
Yeah. Dude,
That's
I don't
why
think-
we want you to play
I don't
it,
think
dude.
you understand the concept of this tabletop simulator.
I have
You can
tabletop.
play
It's like,
Monopoly
it keeps
on there.
updating on it.
You can play.
Every time I turn my
Exploding
laptop
Kittens.
on, it does something.
Here's the thing. There's so much stuff.
Wait. Is Tabletop Simulator on Steam?
Mhm.
Let me just open Steam real quick and just see what happens.
Steam's gonna probably ask you to update.
No, it already it
Please
shouldn't.
update. Please update.
Let's see. What do I say? I think I have Tabletop Simulator. Oh, yeah,
Yes.
it's right here.
We did it.
I'm just gonna click.
Didn't
on it
your
real
wife
fast.
move in with you? Losing him.
Oh yeah, my show was being slow. How about
Peter's
this?
doing
Let's
too
just
much.
jar the mess and let me stop
Yeah.
streaming. It'll
Let's
probably
just
work
start
better.
in the mess.
Yeah, let's just JARdon this mess right up. Thanks.
Okay, thanks guys.